Happy Saturday. Welcome to Sports with Mandela. As usual, we start with a quote. Don't climb mountains so that people can see you. Climb mountains so that you can see the world. Once again, happy Saturday. Welcome to Sports with Mandela. As usual, in studio with me is Mr. Teddy Amadel. Good morning, Teddy.
Morning, man. Seem getting some good showers here, man.
Showers a blessing.
Well, always blessing. Always blessing, especially on TV.
Yes,
always need it.
We really need a win. I've been Joe, the cry for water every day in, day out. So happy to hear the win coming. Today should be an interesting show. Looking forward to have Peter shortly on Zoom, the Patriots manager for the upcoming CPL season. So he tell us a little bit about his preparation and the team and what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Because non-tournament start this month in St. Kitts. So it should be a pretty good season again for CPL, with a lot of new players coming to fore, along with some young uprising stars. I know for one, this guy, Kevin Pittman from Antigua, he's in the Patriots setup this year. So hope he can get a play in the final 11 to make an impact.
Well, he might not be a showpiece guy, you know. It's a good experience for him. He might just be here in the squad,
right,
which is good as a young sir. We want to show the experienced guys.
Right.
Hopefully he can learn with that. He might get the game too. Hopefully, you know. But we should have a police representative here to our police week. Along with our guy Damon.
Right.
Talking about his tennis.
Yeah, that was with tennis and his cricket.
But I don't know whether the rain is holding up people outside, guys. So, you know, to get into the studio.
Right.
So hopefully we can get going, you know.
Right.
With somebody with us. But hey, see, West Indies win one and lose one in this.
Yeah, they played so well the first game. But I was really excited, hoping that last night they would turn up and perform much better. But as usual, they went back to the usual form, the losing ways, you know. And I'm too sure what transpired. They get overwhelmed by winning the game.
Yeah, but I don't know. Always see it. Usually get lucky one or two times. If we check over the years, West Indies is not very consistent.
Right.
Not very consistent, you know what I mean? I remember last week we had our friend with Lady when it's right. Too. And they played the first two matches, Sargent was winning the matches. And the first thing that dropped out with me. They won about 30 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that right.
You know what I'm telling you? That can't be good cricket.
Right.
You win the game, but it didn't go good.
Right.
So whenever they win two matches, scored 91s and so on. I was just surprised.
Right, yeah.
If you're batting first and limited overs cricket, the aim hours will bat all overs. If you get a ball out in 30 overs, then hey, that's not a good sign.
Right.
And they said they listed this. For whatever reason, earlier birth, team in trouble.
Yeah, I think one point last night they were like 20s something for 6 or something like that.
Well, I wasn't following the game. I don't follow much of the kind of cricket, but I would not be surprised. Because I don't think they understand that when they're playing limited overs, they must bat all over. They can't win the limited overs. That's supposed to be a weird thing, not a regular thing.
Right.
But for West is not to get ball out, Taylor doesn't have a ball out.
Yeah. I think the batsman want to find that pace themselves properly. You know, they should pace themselves. It's 50 overs as we know. So the first 10 overs they say, hey, we want to squat these 30, 40 without losing a wicket.
You got around to them. Even for the first 30 overs.
Right, okay.
30, 35.
Right.
They set a target. They might get 200 runs by the time.
Right.
And the last 15, they had at least another 100 runs.
Right.
This way you had at least close to 300 runs every time.
Right.
The first 30 overs, 35 overs, you scored about 6 runs more over, 5 runs more over. You're there 175 now.
Right.
5 runs more over. And the last 15 overs, you get 7 runs more over. Then over 100 runs again now.
Right. That's
so we now wickets in hand.
Yeah.
We're against Bangman. You know 20 overs, this man scored 20 runs.
Right.
So 15 overs, and scored 10 runs more over. We have wickets Bangman. You got over 300 every time.
Right.
But at least you get close to 300. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's so true.
So that's why we want to set up, you know. But it's good to have.
But I see we have a good gentleman in the show this morning.
Well, I can't dig. It's different German Samuel, but well known as singing in the sunny light.
Oh, so he's a superstar. I wonder you better than this guy guy cousin from bowlers named Bukai. And sometimes he will the cards will come. I Buki, after money. Unfortunately, he died a couple years ago. Yeah, he passed. Yeah, a good guy. Very good guy. So I say about something. Ah, man, you had a hurry of singing something, but I think I do was better than you, right? Hey, it has to depend. Me and Bukai is playing bowlers, so that's why I just play bowlers. But after all, I mean, you have to defend your own. Defend your friend, also. Of course. I mean, who defend might not be, the best person, but I mean, still. Okay. Alright. So we're going to discuss about that tomorrow. Thank you for having me. I'm good. I really appreciate the invitation to come here. Right. To promote what we have in Police Week, was a combination of community activities, sports, etc. Right. So yeah, it's a joy and privilege really being here amongst you good guys. All right.
What I was telling somebody earlier, I am very familiar with Police Week. How many years this is now?
The Police Force will be celebrating its 54th year of Police Week.
No, see, tap them, but I want to tell you why. So let me tell you why. I was there for the original one.
Okay.
That was father, that was me inspectors of police.
Right. Okay.
And then there's a boxing sort of central police station and all that. Right. So you never start there. Right. We know there's something now. So you can't fool me Police Week.
I'm not here to fool you.
I remember Carl Thomas and Ickfoot with boxing and all that. I was with the
Ickfoot the stinging bee.
Stinging bee. You know his city. He's too young, but you have his city.
Yeah. No, I know him. I know Ickfoot Thomas well. He and I used to play in several bands.
Even band police yes.
A very good vocalist and
singing so he was answering and stuff.
Yeah, in fact he's the undefeated Independence Calypso champion. So he didn't go in after he won, I think it's in 2000 and the year before he died, he won that competition. So he's undefeated.
So he did accident?
He put it on you and an accident. Stinging. Welcome to the ground. It's quite good.
It went up to for the
semi-final was game 1. It shall be cool and smooth T20 explosion and reaction comes to you. Compliments of a lot of folks which making this happen.
Yes.
So I know how to think
T20 made possible by the Community Sports Network Center, a subsidiary of the Parish League, which was located in High Street, right Manchester. You can on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and CTV.
I'm delegated the responsibility to do some investigation and the history of the band. That he's calling. Right. So I would have come across. So yeah, you never need to have a conversation.
I know these guys.
When Police Week started this year though? Police Week officially starts on the 4th of September, but we already have some pre-Police Week events. So like this morning we had a hike to McNish Mountain that started at 5 p.m. Okay. That was very well represented. Right. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend. I wanted to. No, I really. We have our council with the commissioner. That's not the body, bro. Yes, so yes. He fitness. Yes, he was presenting up. He serious fitness man. He was walking almost every day. Yeah, man. He was one of my instructors at my training school, and yeah, you're right. He's into fitness. Right.
I know to somebody sent one of my friends sent some for McNish.
Right.
Of my Willie Brian. He was at McNish. Probably went to the same hike.
Yeah.
He sent some of me say that McNish this morning.
Yeah. So that's what it was. So that went well. It was well attended. There's a lot of history within McNish Mountain. So it's not only a hike but a tour also. Okay. And there were some competitions within teams. So it's about civilian and police. We had to form teams of 3 people, 2 males, 1 female, and prizes were given of hotel stay at St. James's Club over weekend, cash prizes, all these things. So that went well.
That was good incentive.
I like that too. So when you say the mixed team with the police, I mean that good as they tell us a couple weeks ago when you're on the show about community police team and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the direction in which the police administration is heading. We are trying to be more community oriented. Right.
and go back to the good old days that my friend is speaking about. Come on.
Yeah.
So once they're coming up, we have a netball competition, an interforce netball competition.
Wait, Manu won't combine?
Yes, I believe so. A mixed team.
Well, that's the YMCA?
The Red YMCA, that starts at 6 o'clock.
Right.
And we invite the general public to come out and see these.
Right.
Then on Friday the 26th of August, there will be a fitness jam.
Right.
So all members of the police force and civilians, they meet and assemble down at King George V.
Right.
And we will be jamming to the sound of the law enforcement steel.
That's right.
Steel.
You mean Babu Band?
Huh?
You mean the guy with that band, Babu?
Well, yeah, you know the
Steel band, Babu stuff.
no, not steel band. The law enforcement
Iron band.
and it is the person is the reigning Iron Band champions within the nation state of
Wait,
Antigua.
but Iron Band?
But they win police Iron Band.
That is some kind of sabotage, man.
Police Iron Band, we competed in 2019, we won. We competed in 2022, we won. So the police Iron Band, believe it or not.
They don't want to get it.
They don't
want to get in second.
So if I had
Second.
I don't say you don't
Intimidate police Iron Band come with and send some militancy. The members are all musicians like myself. So the Iron Band is one to be reckoned with, and because we're officers, we have the strength with us that we draw a code.
Okay.
So the fitness jam, it's one that I will invite the general public to come. There are t-shirts that are on sale, fitness t-shirts for $35 that can be purchased at the police headquarters. Right. You'll be jamming to both the law enforcement steel and different hi-fis coming through the streets of St. John's. Final destination, police go.
Police goes. That's a long jump.
No, it's a
from King George to President, that's a long jump.
In the solar, you know, King George and President. Just yesterday we had a police funeral. And for Mr. Walker, he was the tailor that went there. And we marched from Athens to cemetery.
Wow.
Right? That's a long march.
And he's a walker smart.
Yeah. I was saying
Kim Walker. I know it's a walker, even smart boy, It was a walker, long time.
And I mean, because you have music accompanying you, you don't feel it.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to interrupt you quickly.
Sure.
And you can make good interruption.
No problem.
What time the netball starts?
6 o'clock.
How many teams? Like how many matches?
I will have to get back to you on that one.
Why I say that, If you can get my technical man there, and man to carry them alive.
Oh, I mean, that'll be great. That'll be great. But I know it's normally an interforce thing. We have 4 houses, which is the Blaze House, Baron House, Books House, and George House. So I do believe that the teams would consist of these houses. So I want to safely say 4 houses would make up these teams. And it should be a really good competition.
George House, I think I'll be the top team,
I really don't want to say. I'm a Blaze House man. And I'm Blaze House for some reason having
Mr. Blaze live in Michael's village.
There you go.
Blaze father. I know some Blaze in the big man.
I'm a Blaze House man, and I mean the Blaze House normally having most athletes. So I believe we'll get some bad word after this. Yeah, so man.
How long the games last? And netball matches. How long the games?
I'm not sure. The coordinators should be sending me some more information. So probably on our next
I like that. It's Wednesday, say. I'd like to see. Okay. Then I can carry the game live from the netball.
That'll be great.
Come set up one.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
And guess what? Derek Moore was the cameraman.
No problem.
You the camera down, okay, football, the pictures last night,
Cool.
He was one of the cameraman. Okay. I like that. If the guys want to carry like, and see the deputy there, the younger sister, his dad used to be a police too.
Okay, so I'm also in very good company.
So after that match we have.
So then on Sunday we have a road race, all into fitness again. So what happens? And at 5:30, the persons who want to run, you come to the police grounds.
Right.
We take you up. We take you to the starting point, which would be at the All Saints police station, the old All Saints police station, or the All Saints
fire station.
The fire station. Right. So The race pretty much starts from Martin's Crosswood by the Anglican Church.
Yeah,
right. To Police Grounds. So you
which route you take? Jonas Road?
No, you go down Alsins Road through Barton's Village, down Alsins Road.
To Martin's Village? Cross
Herbert's. 2 police grounds. It's about 5 miles.
Herbert's.
Yeah, I'll be in attendance for that one.
So you take pass? So you pass Veg?
Yes.
Okay.
Go right across. So just down cross up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So down Alsins Road cross Veg.
Yeah.
Two Patters.
Yeah. Back up there.
5 o'clock in the morning. 5 in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll
5 in the morning in the dark.
No, right now.
The commissioner asked that I enforce this one. Okay. He'll be running also.
Okay.
And there's several persons who want to run against.
You one so far?
No. How about if the commissioner?
Oh, pardon me. You one so far?
The commissioner can run more than me. So then on Saturday the 3rd, there'll be a police cricket team versus Parish League.
Yeah, another one. We get one live. Another one.
Oh, very well. So that's one that I will be out in attendance. I like to watch cricket.
Wait. In the time you play?
No, I'll be watching. I like to watch cricket. I mean, I played cricket at school level.
Which school you played for?
St. Joe's Academy.
But the jokey team, the one?
I mean, jokey team.
My son played, he couldn't play?
No, when I was playing at the academy with people like Marley, Richards, Branko, Payne, and these guys. Yeah, Marley, Richards, Branko, Payne, Rashid, Lewis, Sastry, Henry. I mean, these were the persons that made us St. Joe's Academy cricket team. That was a team to reckon with.
I mean, they winning championship?
I mean,
you make a story, you know.
I recall. One time we were at the finals and it was grammar school against Academy.
I'm sure Derek bang out, you're more than a bang out.
Yeah. I had a like funny, Marlon and I, we went to primary school together and then we went to grammar school to Academy. So yeah, it was really good. Back then when they say when you're young, you're young. So that's the cricket show, the cricket competition that will be on the Saturday, the 3rd of September. And we invite the general public to also come on out and watch some good cricket. In addition to the cricket, there will be a lot of entertainment. So it'll be some real good vibes up at the police grounds.
Okay.
So police week now then.
So you here's a good vibe. So you're getting a surprise performance. I'm gonna go to the secret.
No, we have a queen show.
Let me have the queens. I mean, some of the queens will be up there, etc. We have some beautiful queens. I mean, there's a lot of music, a lot of food, a lot of, other activities. So it wouldn't be just cricket alone.
So when it comes to competition, you want to know?
Wait, no.
We
want to see some.
They got a professional car. They got a full house this time. So you make sure you come by.
Well, exactly. I mean,
I'm give you a young team. I want to put the young guys to pass.
Tell the guy easy game.
No, I see picking a team with a view to take a team to England, a young team to England.
Fair enough.
Next year. So,
but we want to the administration want to congratulate the police clips team. The police cricket team. Right. They've been doing an excellent job so far. Hats off to Mr. Walsh and Derek Merlin also.
And Thompson and the other key persons within the police cricket team. They've been doing an excellent job. We've been hearing wonderful things about them. We can't win everything, but we must say, in recent times, the standard of the police cricket has improved significantly. Right. And it's coming back. I remember back in the days when the police team was people like Lawrence, Tungo, and Ryan, and these guys. And
it was far quick. My car's a big name,
I mean, man. So, and things kind of dwindle away. Age got to some of these guys, etc. But it's
you when was Sanford is there?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I remember.
And he's part the next week now.
Yeah, Dumpling.
Yes, Samuel, yeah.
But you actually listen right now too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So tell them
So Dumpling does these stark fast, but he does medium face.
Pretty good competent bowler.
Yeah, he's good.
He's the one who played in Nolan. Remember Nolan?
Nolan
Williams, star guy. I think I'm 17, I know him.
Yeah. He's in Calvisa too?
No. Can't remember. But remember a couple of these guys.
He's in Calvisa too. I think he made finals 1 year too in Calvisa.
Nolan good.
I think so. He sing pretty good. You say Vincent. Remember, he might be told Parish team or so.
Maybe if we get one nickname called police.
Along with Gary and so.
Right.
You remember Gary?
Yes.
The man told Parish, Ryan the other one,
I'm pretty sure no one look, man, so it's no.
Okay. I will tell you, I mean, sometimes we refer to each other as other names. So
Yeah.
Right, so then Police Week now officially starts on Sunday the 4th of September. And there's be a divine worship, a church service at the Sweets President Holiness Church that will be on at 9 o'clock. And immediately after the church service, there'll be a brunch in the Sweets cricket field. Then on Monday,
that church is a good church. Like I had a powerful pastor, Austin Daniel.
yeah man, I mean, not only powerful pastor, good for the shooting too.
What we said that you look going now too. But just go tell you look going, man. You know you guys.
What range do?
Yeah.
He should be shooting against the police. In the week.
Okay, yeah.
So then on Monday, the lads smell in the police force, so we'll be having first an open day at police headquarters where all entities within the police force will be on display. In addition to that, other stakeholders within the society, different banks, different like groups, insurance, Red Cross, and all these things. So they'll be set up at different areas at the police headquarters, and students and the public can just come and see and check.
That's a nice idea.
So that'll be on Monday during the course of the day. Then in the afternoon, they'll be have this Malcolm Nicholas Cup, the fireman competition.
I played against him.
Yeah. Malcolm Nicholas?
Yeah. He's a very good batsman.
He's umpire now.
He's
umpire now.
He's umpire.
Yeah. Either Alex Nicholas' father or uncle.
Okay, I'm my Malcolm Nicholas.
His uncle.
Yeah, so one of the two.
I know Malcolm pretty well. He's a very good batsman for us.
Okay.
You boy, you're long, man.
It's a young like you, man. Singing some, my great grandpa, you know. Okay.
All right. Enough said. Might as well respect. So then on Tuesday, there will be an interforce shooting competition that will be at the police training school range. The different houses will be shooting against each other. Of course, I'll be representing Blaze House.
Well, you can shoot good.
Of course.
Wait. My shooting man coming. One name Daman, he say the best.
I grew up.
Wait, man, no Daman.
Daman. But that name ring a bell.
He coming soon, no?
Yeah, big shop also.
I feel name.
He say very good.
No, well, I mean, if you come good to me. Let me I grew up around God. And people who love shoot.
Okay.
Right? We know this man David James, he just passed. David James. He was in charge of the army at one time, and then he transferred to Ministry of Agriculture and all these guys.
I might even see the
Elvin Thomas.
Elvin Thomas.
Queely Bailey.
What a queen body, man. Queen the cricket.
God man make a
queen. Queen is a good man for the government. Animals and
taxman now that all the fabric.
He was on the show really.
Yeah,
right. So people I grew up around, so I mean, I don't want to clips I can see. So then after the shooting competition, there will be the finals for football and cricket at the police grounds. That start at 3 o'clock.
Wait. This is a finals, I mean. They got into house matches?
Yeah, they're going on as we speak. So they'll be
20 overs, 20 overs and so?
To 15 overs.
15, that's good.
15 overs.
Wow, she got that 9 days.
So
tape ball.
Tape ball, okay.
If somebody can explain to me what tape ball is.
It's a ball that you wrap
the tape.
The tape?
Yeah. It's a ball wrap the tape.
Hit that?
So it's skin on it. Yeah, it's thin.
Yeah. Before time, we used to play cricket.
With skinless ball?
No, with golf ball.
Yeah. I know that too.
When you're a young boy. It used to be me and Sastri and all of us at the walkway. During break time at the academy, and used to play cricket with a golf ball. And this guy Rashid Lewis, he used to bowl a nice in-swing Yorker. And when the ball coming out, boy, yeah, so.
Very nice. You pictures on the water on the concrete. So skid out.
See, I want to tell you something. When we were in grammar school, right? When you get the batting, you get somebody that's going to want to block. I used to do something there you go. You don't want to bat in the goal. That might bowl with you know.
I had to.
Yeah, man.
I had to. Also, Mali, which is not only is he a good batsman, but he also bowled a good in-swing too.
Okay.
Really good in-swing. So, these guys, hats off to them and shout them out. Right. So there'll be the finals that will be on the 6th. Then on Wednesday during the day, the administration and other persons will be visiting
all shut-in police officers, all the officers that are unable to get around as much as they would like to.
Yeah.
And some of the officers that are sick. So we'll be visiting them in the morning, and then in the night, that's the Calypso competition.
What day that is?
That's 7th.
What day that be? What day?
Wednesday the 7th.
That was dominant night. We're going to come here.
No, you have a...
Tell you want to sing about that. You want to sing about that.
Wait. My partner from John used to be a good singer too.
Janius.
You think you win in time on that?
Batimus?
I think he's a cricket charge, he's a cricket someone.
Me, you just play against each other in school. He just us in secondary and me.
He tell me good too, with some singer.
Yeah, I mean, he sing good man. He
bang you?
He banged me about 2 times.
Alright.
But the thing is that we go up together. In the cadet corps together. Everything, train together.
Right.
So we develop a system between me and Charles whereby when he compete, I don't compete.
Okay, all
vice
right.
versa. So neither me or he can say, bang. So me bang you 2 times, he bang me 2 times. That's it.
I'm defeated now.
Even. So now when he sing, I don't sing. Vice versa.
Okay.
Right. So that will be the Calypso competition.
What time it starts?
It starts at 7. So we have 12 solid Calypso.
In 1 round.
1 round. And 2 guest artists, me being one.
How are you going to be against that?
I mean, there's a general rule that
the pros.
No. Well, what happened? Some of the songs that have been were written by me.
Oh.
So I will be actually competing against myself, and you wouldn't really be fair.
Okay.
In addition to that, I've decided to take up a more administrative role as it pertains to the police Calypso fraternity.
Okay.
And push them forward. And I must say the standard of the police Calypso, it has increased.
The girls who sing? There's a girl who sing.
Silky Smooth.
I think that's what she did.
She and Danet and so on.
That is the one I remember.
Yeah, these guys, they're still singing. Well, Danet would not be competing this year. The police Calypso is under the chairmanship of Inspector Gwendolyn Gomes. And she's
so familiar.
She's from Pickett's.
Yeah, so very familiar.
So basically you do the grooming and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay.
This Gomes married to this guy from, my name, man. I can't remember that Escali. But Pickett she come from.
Okay.
Right? So pretty much I'm more an administrative person, getting the band together, putting lyrics together, advising, making sure the performances are up to high standard, judge selection and all these things. Bringing the standard of the police Calypso up to a higher standard than what we are accustomed to in the Calypso stage. And I do believe that in the fullness of time, one of these good days for the Calypso finals in Carnival, our police go up on the stage.
You believe so?
I know so.
I'm afraid that's pretty good enough.
No, I mean you have some police Calypso.
That was very good. The girl done it. That's good.
Very
I'm afraid this has some good chance.
Yes. No, let me tell you, you have some police Calypsonians who I believe are better vocalists than I am. Right? My purpose of going out to the big stage was just to show that, hey, you have police officers who can sing and run race with you all.
Right.
And then it was one day after I won in 2010, Swallow met me behind the stage after performing and said, you know, you're out go the stage. So I asked him, what is that fat joke? Why is it? He said, no, you're out go the stage. So after the competition and it was announced that I won, he said, well, come and talk to me. And he gave me directions to his house by the Swallow's Nest.
Yeah, right close to Mali.
Yeah. And when I spoke to him, and then he told me, well, come and sing in his tent for practice. So I decided, okay, I'm going to sing for practice, but I'm not going to compete. So I went to the tent to practice, and he worked out now that me practicing put me in finals. You understand? So, you see me tell you?
Yeah.
So my first debut on the big stage, which was in 2013, it was only me practicing for Police Week and then end up being first runner-up in the 2013 Calypso finals. And I really do appreciate the Swallow, and he has been one of the figures that really pushed me forward, pointers in performance. He's one of the persons that I try to emulate, but he has some big shoes.
Yeah, man.
And that, you know, performance-wise, hard to fill.
Yeah.
Really
no doubt about that.
Yeah, well. So you have artists on Wednesday night. You have people like Panam Panana, Silky Smooth, Lady Moses, Lady Roberts.
What that's called? What the night is called?
Calypso night.
That's a council.
Okay. Give me somebody that did the artist.
Wait. Those are police people?
Yeah.
That had the kind of colors in here?
No, I mean. They've been around for a while. You have the Dagger, Sprocket, he's the reigning king. Lady Roberts, what is it, Chenada.
Wait. Lady Roberts, where's she up with?
She's a firefighter.
I asked the reason for that. Because part of the time your daughter, he's a fire, Ashley Roberts, a good with body.
Yeah.
You go over the overs. I tell you that daughter is a fire.
She's in Calypso, she's doing well.
I never met her. I don't never know. But you tell me so. I think she might be from Arsenal or something.
She works at the Arsenal fire station.
By the Sam Roberts.
Okay.
You see the closest same man, Blaze.
Okay.
Same Blaze is.
So then what we have now is that there's a rivalry taking place within the Calypsonians because some of the senior Calypsonians have written songs for the police Calypso. So myself, Kasiba, Richie Francis, Zachary, Faithful, Destroyer Senior, etc. We wrote the songs, right? Some of the Calypsonians wrote their own songs, but we penned the songs. So now what you have now is Calypsonians competing twice. So we backing our individual artists and pushing them forward. So it's a competition within a competition. Right? It's interesting. Very interesting. And the artists, they really step up to the plate, and I do believe that this show will be one that you don't really want to miss. So that's at the Antigua Recreation Grounds. 7 o'clock, $20 Calypso dollars. And we invite everybody to come out and support.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, make sure you come put it with the domino.
No, wait, just wait. ABS carrying it?
Yes, they should.
Okay, if ABS carrying me now come.
No, you have to come, man.
No, also come when I carry live.
But why not?
ABS did a good job for you.
I mean, it don't hurt having more people carrying it.
So we might carry the CT which other.
But there you go. There you go.
I know those are the guys, and the big shot, not the technical guys here.
Well, the big shots and technical guys, please, you're invited. To me, there's never too much coverage as it relates to media coverage, especially when you're pushing a product forward. Right, so I do the right job, and I'll make whatever necessary arrangements.
Short tape, man. Quick point cover and mid off.
So that will be at the AR.
Wide delivery here by Shane Button.
7 o'clock Wednesday night.
You can say another time and another day. Maybe we just come back this time.
The answer so abrupt. You sure?
I mean, it's, different things. Some circumstances may cause it to delay, like, unforeseen, like the rain, etc. But you sure? It's, different things. Some circumstances may cause it to delay, like, unforeseen. Some circumstances we have all officers like this that we have that's more stick close to you. So that Friday now will be the police sports day and march pass. So we have all the houses from sports day. There will be marching and displaying the different houses, the different colors. Blaze House is normally attired in yellow. Byron House normally attired in orange. Brooks House normally attired in green.
I don't see Brooks now. That might be 41.
Oh, well there you go. Brooks House normally attired in green, and George House normally attired in black and white.
The George of my family.
Well, there you go. So okay. So these 4 houses will be on display, and there will be a lot of disciplines that will be taking place. Shot put, javelin, discus, cricket ball toss, band race.
Let me ask a quick question. So what did they have the trophy for the shooting? I just asked this one because I know Quinn was big in that stuff.
Well, yeah. I think there's a trophy in his honor.
Yeah.
But there's several awards that will be given.
And Quinn was big in the shooting.
Yeah, but that's more for the big boy.
Oh,
that's up crabs, and that's all the way down to Saturday. But before we after the march pass, then Saturday the 10th, I missed out something very, very important.
Friday?
No, I forgot right back. And the 3rd
That before the 4th, that is Saturday.
Yes. There'll be the police queen show.
I asked you about that.
Yes, sir. Please accept my humble apology.
Okay, it's our the queen back.
So the queen show's on the 3rd.
That's a Saturday night.
That's the Saturday.
Saturday before so police week starts.
Right. So we normally crown the queen. So she's the queen for police week.
And I walk on the class, but we have an important man just like you there from St. Kitts, Peter. We try to get him since early morning. You know
Peter Abram Jr.
You know Peter Abram?
It look familiar.
You look familiar? He's just be a big Batman like you.
Okay.
But hey.
T10 and they start their 40-hour competition.
Take off.
That's take off. But I mean, they were between grammar school and in everything.
Even when I was going to school, me and Vivian, so I'm kind of 60s, academy has a good teams.
Yeah, man.
I can give them that. Football, track and field.
Yeah.
You know, in cricket, they couldn't come with the cricket at the time, but football, track and field, they're pretty good.
In my days, like let's say for example the cadet corps, cadets were predominantly grammar school.
Grammar school, yeah.
And then it was after people like Van der Poel and so on, and Kraft, Edward Kraft,
Yeah, no.
that people from academy started to join the cadet corps, and So there's this rivalry between grammar school cadets and academy. And so, the rivalry between both schools through the years, even though, it's something that you just can't beat. And I personally love it. Some guys take it a little bit too far, but so you go.
So Peter, in terms of your team this year though, what are some of your stars on your side this year? And you guys?
Well, we have a bit of youth and experience. So obviously our captain DJ Bravo is back. We have Evan Lewis back. We have Cottrell. These are guys who have been with the Patriots from day one. Then we have the youth in terms of Shafane Rutherford. He would have had a really good season last year. We have added the younger Bravo to the team.
Wait, Peter, which younger Bravo that? Which younger Bravo? The joke you want, Darren?
The younger Bravo, that's what I would say. The younger Bravo.
You mean Darren? The waste of time?
We brought some experienced guys in. We got Pretorius coming in from South Africa.
Right.
We've also gone for youth in terms of our overseas players. So we've gone for Bevis, Dalwa Bevis, a young sensation, what they call the new AB. He's back. He played under 19 in the Caribbean, so he's well acclimatized with the conditions here.
Right.
He's coming in. We also have Hasaranga, one of the top 3 bowlers in the world right now. Hasaranga will also be in the team. So we've gone for a bit of a mixture of youth, more experience, but more so on the youthful side. The owner wanted to look for a team that we could probably build for years to come. And that's one of the things that, went behind the selection of the players. And the owner also believes in Caribbean players.
Right.
So we've opted to go for more Caribbean players than the other teams. And that's because, I've always said to them, Caribbean players win you the tournament.
Right,
if you look at CPL over the years, the overseas players have not won a tournament for a team. Once you get the right Caribbean players, and you can easily win the tournament. So we've gone for more Caribbean players. We acquired Andre Fletcher from St. Lucia, so he's also joined the team. So we have a good balance in terms of persons who have played around the world and persons who have played in the Caribbean.
Good stuff.
Peter, I want to go back, because he is with Dwayne Bravo. That's a dwindling star. He fade out now. Then you have the Darren Bravo. He a non-entity. Waste of time. So you got 2 jokey guys here. They started 2 jokey man. In my opinion, Darren Bravo is a waste of time. Never do a damn thing. So,
well, he's going to come good this year. We're going to make sure that he gets
for your sake,
He might surprise.
That would change things,
Yeah, I mean, I say, look, maybe, through the years,
He might have something to prove.
Exactly.
Hey, a bonus you get.
No, maybe practice, maybe he might just come and do
He
it.
practice so long.
He mean, no. People look different now. People look
Well,
different.
what's going to happen is that, you have the World Cup this year. So, guys are coming to this tournament with their last chance of even putting in the hat for the World Cup. So, I'm hoping that will now spur guys to really bring the A game. And one of the things I wanted to touch on, we actually have for the first time, our 2 emerging players are actually Leeward Island players. We have Jaden Carmichael from Nevis. We have Kelvin Pittman from Antigua. 2 guys that I have seen from a Leeward's perspective come right through the ranks from under 15 right up. And I'm proud that they're getting the opportunity. And they will get opportunity. One thing I know about Bravo and his captaincy, he tries to give everyone an opportunity. So don't be surprised if in the 60 you see both of them playing the first game. Because we're going to use the 60 as a way of getting the guys to gel and get ready for CPL, because 60 plays next week and then CPL starts the week after. And then for the 60 we have Chris. Chris is going to be joining us. Chris Gale is going to be playing with us for the 60. So I'm happy that those 2 young guys have been given the opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to them taking it in both hands.
Hey, Peter, you said Chris is going to join you soon. When Western picked the last World Cup team, I said to somebody, this sounds like an old Masters team. So it seems like an old Masters team you want to have too. Like, I don't know what you want Chris Gale for. But they said something a while ago that stand out to me. It stood out. Those guys are going to try to make the World Cup team. And when I saw this guy Russell say you want to make Western's World Cup team again, I said to myself, what a shame. the guys have no time for West Indies team. When they World Cup, they want to play. You know what I mean? Like Bravo, they never do anything for World Cup, no. Never do a thing. And now they just want to pick them again. Pick some young guys and lose it, them, man. That's my take.
Well, I think this year we've seen that. We've seen, the selection panel for the T20 squad look a bit younger. I'm just hoping that we don't get to the World Cup stage and get frightened like we always do, and then go back, for some of the guys who haven't been around. The guys who have stuck around and been there for cricket should be rewarded. But at the same time, you want to make sure that these guys are competing for the spot and not that they just take it for granted because they've been around, that they'll be rewarded. We want to make sure that, we have a competitive CPL so that we can have a competitive World Cup team. I, for one, am not, some teams have very good people on paper, but the cricket is played on the field, Taddy always teaches that. So these other teams may have big superstars or we may have a young team, but on the day, I feel that we can challenge and beat any team.
Well, with the coach you have there, right, I wouldn't surprise you call about Pollard and so. And say you want the experience. The coach you got Simmons. You can try kind of Nancy so to bring in some guys that washed up, like the grapple boy and so. You can call it to retirement. What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. Peter, sorry, my mic was off. Dominic Jakes, he's in your squad?
Yeah, Dominic Jakes is back with us.
Oh, okay.
He's still with us, yeah.
I know he stopped last in the finals and came up chumps to you.
Yeah, definitely. And, Dominic Jakes is one of those success stories. So many people would know we've drafted Dominic Jakes 2 seasons before that. And Dominic, barely played for us in the 2 seasons before. I remember having a discussion with him even at the start of last season. Bravo and I had a discussion with him. And Bravo told him, look, you are in the team as an emerging player. And you have to play 5 games. But tell yourself you're going to play all 10. And that's the conversation Bravo had with him from day one. Gave him that confidence and said, look, you're going to play all 10 games. So you get yourself mentally ready. Right. And you can see what happens when young players get captains who trust them. So I've seen Dominic have the very good days during the tournament and the very bad days. But the communication from management, communication from the captain has been the same. And that's something for me, I think, if replicated with young team that's needed now, that's what's going to take West Indies to the level. We need people that support through the good and the bad. There's times we have to get drop in, because a drop in means that you're not being good. A drop may just mean you need a break to watch the cricket from a different viewpoint to come back better. And I think once we get that honest level in our cricket where you can have that conversation with a man and say, hey, Peter, you ain't doing too well the last 2 games, take a break, watch it, get hungry again, and then come back.
That's true. And when you say what is so important, that message in a while with the coach and the management team, have one message to that player and tell him, hey, we back you 100%, just go there, do your thing, we have our full support. That's so important, we just said a while ago. And once that you challenge through, whether with CPL, your team, or West Indies team, any team, for a matter of fact, the player now will feel more confident, more assertive that say, this guy believe in me, I'm going to go there and give him best at all times. So that's important.
Correct. Like I know persons have their viewpoint of doing Bravo, but getting to work with him directly last year, like behind the scenes and what he brings and inspires the players is second to none. I've worked with many captains, and there's only some captains I've seen who keep their team together through thick and thin. A lot has been said. So one of the things you learn in this industry is that when you're inside, you get to see a bit different than what everybody sees outside.
True.
And once inside remains tight and the team remains strong, then the outside performances normally come.
Yep.
You can always tell when a team going to a rough patch if they're going to make it through. If you start to hear rumors, you start to see this coming out, leaking coming out of the team, then you know that team is, in a bit of problem. But once a team inside, and that's the one thing I saw with Bravo, like we went to a patch where we won 4 games straight, but then we lost 3 games straight. And we came down to a point where we actually needed to win 1 or 2 of our last games just to qualify after being number 1 in the season for basically almost more than half of the season. And you saw that the team still believe, look, we just need to win 1. Once we get into the playoffs, it's going to be a different situation. we got into the playoffs, and then we just took it from there.
Yep. That's true.
Well, I agree with you. I think Bravo is a very good leader. I know, and a motivated too. I noticed that about him on the field. I like that about him. I want to take with him. He got kind of old now, you know what I mean? But you can still assist the younger players, and I agree with that. So it's good to have him around still, Peter. I have no problem with that. But
yeah, so that's why I'm happy. Guys like Kelvin Pittman coming in, and I've spoken to him already and said, look, this season just soak up as much as you can. Be pestering Bravo, learn the trade, learn the craft. Just soak up everything being amongst these guys, because this is what's going to tell the difference in how your career can go. Sure. You look at young Dominic Drakes. Dominic performed well last year, and right afterward, Dominic started to go on a world tour, IPL contract, T10 contract. The sky is the limit, and that's just one good CPL. So there's so much leagues in the world right now that these guys have to understand that. Look, you perform well in CPL, you could easily change your life, change your parents' life with the kind of income you can create.
Right. That's true. And I had the opportunity, as to talk to young Pittman, and I alluded to him the same thing you're saying there, that one good season in CPL, you don't, the sky's the limit. Yep. You have a league in UAE, South Africa, all over. So it's just him to now put in hard work and get the job done.
Correct. Like, I know some of us in the region look at these leagues and say, West Indies are losing our best talent. But I come from a realistic standpoint. If you come from a normal home background, and all of a sudden you're making $500,000 US a year, and then you're living in the Caribbean, you're not getting the opportunity to play for West Indies. Should I continue staying and not make the money? There has to be a balance. And I think some players have done that. Some players have, forego the money to play local cricket and for West Indies. And they might have said they got burnt. So I think there's a relationship that we have to build between the board and the players. CWI cannot pay the players, the India type of salary. However, we must also make sure the players are looked after. At the end of the day, cricket is a job.
True.
It's a job for these guys. And you have a finite time on when you can play. So that, if you're good, you might push it to about 37. But realistically, from 35, your career is almost over.
That's true.
But Peter, you're so correct again. CPL can't pay the kind of money like IPL, but CPL can give them the platform to perform well to make IPL team.
Correct. So that's what it is. I would love to prolong the call. Maybe I can jump on another call with you guys.
Yeah.
But, I have to jump into a meeting here
right.
regarding the CPL.
And look, that's the academy man, the ground school always bang them up.
All the time.
Nice having you, Peter. Nice having you. Take care.
Hey, wait. When they coming back to Antigua, man, your seg is too long.
God. At 10:50. The team owners of CPL. That's Peter. Peter.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how cricketers modernize and the amount of opportunities that are available to cricketers now. Before time, it was West Indies for the selection, and that's it. Much correct. I know that you can be selected in so many different leagues that offer so much more money.
Right.
My issue personally with cricket is that I'm sometimes of the opinion that the cricketers we have now kind of pull away from what cricket was. And
explain that.
Meaning that you're more into the commercial side of the game than the game itself.
I agree with you.
That's just my opinion. I find it difficult to see that a man leaving a cricket field looking clean. I mean, I don't see how people bowl pace with sunshades. You're more into the commercial side and taking pictures and photo opportunities than the game itself. And then we have some West Indian cricketers that have, to me, most respectfully, the black man mindset, whereby our forefathers, Hooper and Hole and all these guys would have made a name for West Indies cricket. And instead of we going to make a name for ourselves, we just walk in their shadows. And you have to go and make this name for yourself and go out there. This is why I'm so happy these other leagues are available.
Right.
and these other leagues will now cause you to now pull away from West Indies cricket and go into all the CPL and IPL and all these other things. So I'm happy for that. But my whole thing is that the cricket that we have, the standard of cricket, meaning the game itself, it pull away completely. I remember old guys like Atherton and these people, when you bat a ball, Atherton will run the ball down. Although it's clear that it's going to be a 4-1s. Atherton will put his foot in the hand and run that ball down. We have players now that as soon as they hit the ball too hard and turn up with the hand on there, they do.
You sure you see that?
Of course. I mean, these are the things that cause me to kind of, I'm not going to say lose interest in the game, but back then, you must agree, cricket was more exciting to look at.
Wait, just wait. Just wait the 1 minute. Okay, see, IPL 2020. There's no time for whole head. They would dash your ball and run and sprint and show yourself.
You see, fine. And I mean, the whole 2020 thing, it has brought some excitement to cricket, which I'm happy
for. And it played fielding too.
Well, right. So, and then you have people now are gravitating more towards 2020 cricket than Test cricket itself.
I don't like 2020 now.
But I mean, I like both. I mean, Test
I
cricket.
know 2020 man.
Yeah,
the feeling in 2020 is great.
If you can remember the days when others played this game called one tip. You have to play good. But the thing is, I believe that the standard of cricket back then, I don't know if because there was more on a spectators bench, it was so much higher. Our West Indies cricket team then, we had a point to prove.
True.
We had to prove to bigger, more established countries that these little chain islands can come together.
Right.
And when we beat them and show them that we can play your game better than you. And since that point has been made and it's been established, I just find that, well, you know, the politics get into the game, you see it in the selection of players, they're more into the commercial side of cricket itself than making themselves more, versed on the field in regards to batting and so on.
The politics are in the game, you know.
No, but it's more blatant now, especially when it comes to selection and all these things. I mean, mark you, I'm not a real cricket man right now. But the thing is, these are the things that persons who would have followed the sport, that would have caused them to lose some interest. Because of, these things. I know before time you watch a cricket game, you're excited. The level of feeling, the excitement in the game, the bowling and all these things, it was something to look at. And then
but those days West Indies intimidated bowlers.
Well, yes, but the thing is now, I mean, they still have intimidating bowlers.
Where do you get them from?
Maybe they may not have been as intimidating as Courtney and
German, hold on, singing German. So our bowlers are so timid now, right? That wait man, our batsmen when you see bounce they want to so.
Well, you see, this is just it. I know, I mean, back in the days when you have bowlers like Curtly and Moose and
before Curtly.
Yeah, go back to
Andy Roberts.
And these guys.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. So these guys had a point to prove. Andy Roberts and these guys, they had a point to prove, and it was a point well proven. And it is us now to now go and maybe reprove or better the thing, because right now West Indies cricket, to me, it has taken a kind of downward spiral, and then we blame everybody but ourselves. We blame selectors, we blame field, we blame all kind of things. It is our fault that our game has been this way. We have to now go and regroup, find something else, some kind of drive, something that we can come together as Caribbean people once more and reclaim this title as the best cricket team.
So how do you think we can fix that? I like all what you're saying, but how do you think we can fix that?
But I mean, sometimes, well, I don't know. I really don't know.
You said the player, they're not passionate enough, they're not
in that passionate enough, I can guarantee you, right? I mean, these cricketers back then, they weren't making the kind of money that cricketers making.
There wasn't no money, was it no big money?
I mean, we just, as Caribbean people.
That's it, right?
Exactly, yeah, we lost it.
So I think the crop of set players now, that the prize not there
we don't have anything to prove. It's like, well, I mean, let's say for example, an establishment that just starts.
Right.
I mean, people, you want to put your best out. We're going to do this, and and it's done. And then the people and them who come after, they just live in the legacy that you have and believe that they can continue to walk in your footsteps.
Right.
No, you have to make a name for yourself and continue the legacy. I can think about some people like, what's the guy from Barbados? Carl Hooper? No, Hooper, that's the guy. Desmond Haynes.
Yeah.
He had this reverse sweep that you just sit down and anticipate it coming. And I can't see anybody else doing that again, even try to do it. So the game was something that you would want to sit down and watch. I know even commentators right now, they don't commentate like before. I know before time you sit down, my grandfather used to have a little radio next to his ear. And that radio will stay next to you till the battery dead.
You know, I missed nothing.
No, and the commentary with King Frank and these other guys, they were so good that although you were not there, that
you can see exactly how
I remember one time my grandfather's listening to cricket, and I threw a whole bottle of water because when I walk across my grandfather, you so you're excited. You're excited. But we as a Caribbean people, we need to get some sense of pride within ourselves and reclaim the things that we once had, and that to include cricket and sports. To me, money, although it's important, it kind of spoils everything.
But they claim that money is the reason why the standard is so low.
No, it can't be.
Okay, wait. Because I've been arguing. I don't know if you know, I pay attention to. Leo Islands tournament, when I used to play, it was 4 days. No, it's 50 overs. They don't play 3 days, 4 days. I said, I don't want to support this tournament.
Yeah.
So how you can get the standard high?
Right.
You understand what I understand, so you think money for players, but then have money for tournament.
No, I mean,
so you can develop the players.
You need to do something. I mean, even school level cricket.
I agree with you again.
We have to.
More 2020 they play more than 2 the cricket school.
But this is just it. We were more prone towards 2020 on quick match than test cricket. Some people may find test cricket boring, but it's not. It actually it has its purpose. It shows a person's skill, patience, ingenuity.
It's all right. I tell you something though. I've been saying it for long as well now. It's in India. I have to go back every time all the time in India. And the 14 and so is 4 the cricket they play. India had to play in the white ball cricket, you know. Only when the tournament come in they play white ball.
Oh.
They pick the team from 4 the cricket. And well, these are the guys who want to represent us. So now they practice the 2020 they are the white ball now.
But
that's what they work in India now.
I have a question I want to ask you, right? With all these new rules and technology that's been introduced into cricket, do we really need an umpire? I mean, we had this discussion.
No, that's a good question.
This discussion yesterday is just yesterday. I was looking at this thing Zoal that he sent to me, and it was a company in London now making cricket balls with cameras. So
yeah.
Understand? Yeah. So the cricket ball,
it has a speed and something like that.
Speed. The cricket ball will tell you if you're out. Yeah. Understand? So now with all these things, and then the amount of time they get to appeal during a match and turn up, all these things to me that smash the doors. But which cricketer they get on bad out? Which cricketer they get on? You must get on bad out sometime.
No.
Some umpire have a bad sometime, right?
We just to put umpire on extra pressure, not on more scrutiny.
Precisely.
So they can escape.
So correct. I'll tell you why again now. See a question asked, do you need umpire? I'm going there. Guy watching the game, and I see man ball no ball umpire, and I can't nothing. The third umpire, so say it's a no ball.
Yeah, the third umpire.
No ball, so I give my one out.
But you see,
so the waste time to let the game.
Exactly. So you make the game longer. And then to me, it kind of questions the integrity of the umpire now.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the thing is now, if you say run no ball and then third umpire say, on good ball, his ability now will be on the question. And every call he makes is going to be a
when you get 3 bad calls, they take you out of the panel.
But this is what I'm saying.
He got no.
All these things, although they're good, right? To me, it take away. We may believe it to the game, but in my opinion, it takes away. I'm all for progress and for being modern, but sometimes the modern things really
too much modernization in the game.
Exactly. Take it for the game itself.
I want to warn you about something, you know. there's a great batsman named Javin Miandad. Another one named Tel Dunga. Then in LBW say India, Pakistan now.
Oh.
No matter who they play against, and they get out LBW, you know. So that's why this technology comes to say everybody get out now.
Guys, when I play Pakistan and India, you can't let that feel
But I sometimes look at these games and I'm saying, wow, I mean, I'm happy that you have all these different images of the stump and to see how the ball and the trajectory and all these things. I like all that.
Right.
But, I mean, does it really add to the sport? I mean, it may be more fair to people playing. It takes away in some way because now the umpire integrity go under scrutiny. I mean, because of the amount of appeals that you get during a match and then he come off the board and all these things. What's going to happen to him now?
But the whole one, you right? Commercial, they will pay the cricket.
Man, I understand, but
a big money that's only, you know.
But it takes away from the standard of the game.
No.
That is my opinion.
It don't take on the standard.
Well, for me, the technology does ask for the game in terms of off the field. Right. You as a player, when you're analytical person, can go and sit back and look at the tape and analyze certain things and stuff, the way you get out, the way you're bowling the ball and stuff like that. So that he adds to that. Right, also for the umpires too, he can see where you make a bad decision, bad call, and all kind of stuff like that. So I would say in everything life, you have good and bad.
What they don't like about it, is sometimes the long delay.
Right.
That's what they don't like about it. If they can get it all quick and fast, you know, speed up the game. Because look, let me tell you something. When you play cricket, you ain't a bad out now.
No, you're right.
I don't say something, singing something. I played a match in Navy, singing in 1973. First time going to sing, we hear one by so thief. We hear more them over and sing some, nobody thief in them now. Overly thief. But I saw out Mervyn got. That himself was a captain. I don't know who the manager was. And the out in Mervyn got, right? The ball in business somewhere about 12 inches. And so the people said, oh, by those. Out. And the crowd started to say, boy, the 1-2's playing. To play. So I said to the captain, that he was Skip, if you get out like that, the game mash up, the game not move. Nobody go on so. You know, or thief, or kind of a thiefish. Look, I was keeping, you know Stevens Cannon? No. Leon Stevens, the next spinner for so long for Antigua? Cannon. Leon Stevens. He's a spinner. I keep him. The stump. I know the square of umpire is in the crowd to talk to people.
Oh, yes, it is.
He's not getting anybody else in the cake. So that is why this umpire, exchange umpire is important.
It is. But some of the things that, I mean, electrical ball and all and something, etc.
I understand that.
So some of these things to me, they're extreme. They come upon shin guards and all these things, etc.
But I can't
is it necessary? Yes, you get a chance to review and bet yourself thereafter. But I mean, my thing is the time that we spend to improve the technical side of the sports, we improve our game. The time we sit down and try to find technology to see what we do, we sit down and find ways to better ourselves, both physically, both in regards to the sport generally, feeling, batting, different placements. The people need to learn the sport itself, as opposed to learning to make different gadgets and gizmos as to how to follow and avoid bad out. And
so then there was some like you then, like how you do a mentorship in the police force with the California and stuff. So maybe all players now who is not performing like those guys back in the days need somebody to mentor them now and tell hey, this is what
my grandfather always tell me, right, that you can only mentor people who want mentoring. Okay. And we have people that even in other societies that I'm in, you have people who that believe, hey, watch out, I'm here now.
Right.
You had your time, me know you're not.
That happens.
It happens.
That happens a lot.
Right. So I mean, our teams today, they have to be open to one, criticism, two, mentorship, and look at these guys and see what they did to make the sport better. Right. And even our board of selectors need to do some introspection also. What are they doing that's causing the game to take this downward spiral.
Well, your good friend chairman no. Your good friend Baxman, Desmond Haynes, he's the chairman. He's the chairman of Western Selector.
Well, there you go. So he has some introspection.
Okay.
we all need to do what we need to do to make the game better. But most importantly, I mean, I don't know how we going to fix this one, but we as a people need to develop some more pride in ourselves.
Right.
I need to come together and put forward this fight that we had back then. This drive that we had to prove something.
Yeah.
Can't believe that it's proven already. It's not because we're losing so many matches that people lose interest. I was having a conversation with a young man the other day, and the last West Indies captain he remembers Carl Hooper.
Wow.
You're joking.
Nobody who played on West Indies cricket team right now.
He's so last that he
just
loses interest.
And I can guarantee you, if you have a survey right now, a lot of people in that same position, a lot of people who would have been cricketers and fans of cricket, they don't have a clue who's playing on our West Indies cricket team right now. They don't even know the captain.
Well, in a lineup, I talked to our buddy, he's in Antigua right now, Owen Roach. And he was telling me,
he's here?
Yeah, he's here. I spoke to him yesterday, he was telling me he loses interest in cricket now.
I'm telling you.
So maybe you're not lying.
Nobody know who playing the team now, then just the game. You know what I mean? And it's just we need to go and regroup and come back together as a people, both spectators and team, and see, okay, well, we as a team, we have a problem, right? Our team, it's
the chemistry.
It's something is wrong. It's either we need to support them more, the selectors need to be more selective, we need to pay attention to other things, rotate the people who you pick, and I mean, do things. We have to better ourselves in so many ways.
You follow the game? The person is still me.
Sometimes.
You see any good one, any good players on the team?
I'm one not to be overly critical, but I think there's a lot.
You have to critical
if I should compare the performance of those guys in the past, it's like chalk to cheese. And I'm not sure if it's because of me being accustomed to this high level of cricket.
True.
Right? But it's not what I expected from our team now. And it has nothing to do with selection, it has nothing to do with the politics. I'm talking about the game, the sport itself. And when you compare these guys, I don't know if it's because the team was in black and white then. Right? But these guys back then look so much more not stronger, but into the sport. I see cricketers leave in the field better dressed than when they went on. And you're more into people taking pictures of you on the field as opposed to you diving for a ball. You're a ball coming towards the boundary before you run your heart out to stop it. You just say, watch that forward.
So I feel like a more fashion statement than anything else.
Exactly. So we move away from cricket into now some like self-enhancement then. We want an opportunity to be famous. And that's what it is. But with fame comes work.
Right.
Just like Calypso, just say anything, with fame comes plenty work. And if you don't work at your craft, you're going to lose it.
Sure.
And I can guarantee you, once the team start to do this introspection, and they name for the team and the standard of the cricket increase, the fame that they're looking for will come easier.
Let me ask you a question though.
You get more fame too.
Of course.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, remember after the years the West Indies cricket team was so strong, beating everybody? You don't think them team they now have been working, watching, get all those tape and working hard on the game and say, we can bang them, all the players can come back and bang them now. So you think that now the people them improve on the craft and stuff like that, why we not doing the improvement?
That's it. So I want to now piggyback on what you said and think that our team should now be doing what they have been doing in the past. Sit down and watch and see. Let me see what Jimmy Adams does do. Let me see what Andy Roberts does do. Come, you know what I mean? Let me try there again. And we should look. But generally, not only West Indies cricket team, some of these other teams, India have some people, even the Australian team, they're not as good as the teams back then. You know what I mean? So it's like we have a general problem, an international problem where the standard of cricket kind of have this nosedive.
Right.
I disagree with you when it comes to India.
No, India have good teams, but I'm saying we cannot compare the standard of the team then to now.
You wait. When India is playing, 60s or whatever. Indian fast ball never ball faster than me. I was spin ball. no, India got the most fast bowlers. Indian Pakistan got the most fast bowlers now.
I want to tell you something with me in the Indian team. I was watching some match. I wasn't really watching, but that's pass. And was going through. I have always had a problem with Indian bowlers. I don't know if it's the hand gestures that they have before bowling, but to me, they always look like they have felt the ball for some strange reason.
No, them guys bowl good, man.
I know, but for some reason, their hand gestures to me just feel like
Very feel shy.
yeah. But since the days of actors, so we don't have some problem with holding.
Actor look shy to me. He's Pakistan. He look shy.
Yeah, he
look shy
since
to me.
3 days, all of Indian bowlers, I don't know if it's culture or something, but the thing they do and the way they swing their hand more outward than over. He just always look at them shy about. So that is just me. That is just me.
India got another fast ball. No, India never had a fast ball before.
They do.
Pakistan has a good seam ball, but they have plenty pace now.
They do. I mean, when they...
Nobody can bowl fast except for Zawi now.
Yeah, and then the Australian team now back in the days like McGrath and all these people.
Before McGrath, there's plenty of the guys.
Yeah, the man.
Sing it like you're trying to pick it, man. You're trying to pick it, man.
Australia's also great fast bowlers.
Yeah.
You know the team has them too? We never know what them is South Africa.
Yeah.
As a great, but because they banned them, you know about them.
Right.
Yeah, Australia has a good fast bowler too.
But I think we as our West Indies cricket team, our West Indians generally, we just need to improve ourselves. We need to improve ourselves. We need to obtain the status of pride. It's good that we have more options now that we can go and play for all these other leagues. But is it improving yourself?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But it should, like professional or professional, so it should come back and
see, why you bring back to the team? Look at Chris.
That would say you should bring back something to the team.
Look at Chris Gale. Okay, you leave and go play for all these leagues. What have you brought back to the team to make it better? I mean, you go and play for all these leagues, and I mean, yeah, you're the best thing at this life bread, and then you come back to the team and do straight. Something wrong. Something definitely wrong. You can't tell me, okay, just using his name most respectfully, Chris Gale. You go and play for these leagues, right? You're the best spin bowler and batsman. And then you come back to play in Australia's cricket team, and you're not making no ones. Something wrong. So it appears to me that you have no pride in what belongs to you.
Right.
It's like you have your own care.
So the commitment playing for West Indies is not like playing for the other team.
You have your own care, you jump in a pothole straight. But somebody lend you one car, you take your time and drive.
Right.
So now we're playing for different leagues, and our craftsmanship increased, but when we come back home, because hey, watch out.
You know, and the value to the team.
We just come and turn up. And I pay.
You have to defend the 500,000 pay now. You have to defend the 500,000 pay.
But you don't see it. You don't see the value. You don't see the quality. Why will they pay for? You understand?
No, you're quite right.
Why will they pay for?
That's my knocking them. The guy play IPL and so come and produce.
It's bad. You go and play for all these different counties and all these different leagues, and I mean your performance level is top notch. And then you come back in the West Indies cricket team and you're not making no one.
No, you got too motion. You got too motion.
Precisely. And then our selectors need to be more cognizant of this. I say, well, Tal, not you. Maybe you can't,
I'm supporting that.
Yeah, not because you play on what county different leagues mean have to select you. If you're not doing any justice to our team, you can't play.
Right.
So I mean, go back to them if they select you this time, and when you're ready for contribute to the West Indies team, then we will select you. So many times we have young people who are willing to contribute, but because you have name, you overstep them.
But I can put that name down there.
Yeah, but that can be.
So you follow the same one. If you don't watch my show now, you watch my show Thursday afternoon, really so.
But the show, man. But the thing is,
and name them, They're not perform. They're not name.
I'm going to step to sometimes name one shoes week now.
Back to the Queen show, we're talking about the Queen show.
Okay, the Queen
show. So I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, man, so back to the police Queen show.
Yes.
There are 5 beautiful queens.
How are they beautiful?
I know. they work with me. They're representing different police
stations. Is it I didn't have pictures out, but you should have.
No, what I can do
the screen and the slide across.
Before the competition, once you can facilitate them, I'll bring them.
No problem, we can do that.
Once you can facilitate them. So we have 5 queens representing different sectors of the police force. traffic, Alcine Station.
Wait, what do you mean traffic and Alcine Station? So
we have a queen, that's Miss Ford.
That's traffic.
Traffic.
But you have one for CID?
You have one for CID, that's Miss Pollock. We have one for, I stand to be corrected, we have for Alcine Station, Constable Thomas. For CID, I think it's Constable Joseph. But we have 5 different departments.
Okay.
The segment in which they've been judged for is pretty much the same segment as the show.
Okay.
Question and answer, bathing suit, introduction.
Bathing suit?
Talent.
Of course it's a bathing suit. For sure.
Can we bathing suit, man?
Not for sure, man.
I'm pretty sure. It's up to, I mean, the thing is, people have this misconception that, police officers aren't human. And we shouldn't do things normal people do. And this is one of the reasons for Police Week, is to first things first, have a more personal relationship with our society, and to show our society generally that besides under the and the great shot of Black Panther, people are feelings just like everybody. You understand? We cut, we bleed, we cry, we have fun. So it's just this week in which every year we have this outreach to people and display ourselves and so the Queen Show.
Yeah, it's Saturday night.
That's $20 too.
The third of September. And the fourth is opening church service.
Right.
Remember
and
the sixth.
You see the kind of work the Queen have to do. By the time she becomes Queen, she now have to go and start her queenly duties that day.
What about this? What about the one up?
The one up? When they'll be there, I mean.
Because suppose the Queen can't make it, one up suppose we well trained.
Well, all that. No, but right now preparation for that show it's ongoing, and they're doing an excellent.
What's the preparation? I mean, the
practice. You do everything.
So they're going to get with Queen business?
No, we'll tell you now. You see, people believe because it's a police thing. It's understand too. No man, what's the matter, man? So the police Queen show, that's on the 3rd. That's at the Antigua Recreation Grounds at $20. Come on out and support that. That's something that
That starts
at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Hey, look, right? I mean, now come. When we go Queen show, we know what to do. We can't judge somebody.
So you
that
sports. That's a fair thing.
Yeah, but we can come to Chicago, so. Well, Queen, so we don't understand quick teenage, but we don't understand something.
I understand. Well, pageantry is something that I wasn't, never really interested in. I can recall while going to school, I was selected to go into teenage pageant and I declined. I mean, I'm more into calypso. And we'll go and publish myself on stage. But the whole thing with pageantry doesn't that.
So what I used to go with my wife or sister and they never say, oh, the one and this and that one. So we want to talk about. Can you understand?
Some elements of the show I have an appreciation for. Like the question and answer these things. More like public speaking and all these things. But generally pageantry is not something I'm not really a part of. But I really do support people who go into them, because it takes guts to go on any stage to be judged by not only a panel of judges but
a thousand people.
Let me tell you something. I have been singing calypso since 2003, and every time I go on stage, me have to rub the shin in the island. Then you get nervous, you're shy.
But when you call all that stuff for Police Week, when you call the big stuff that always happen in front of High Street with the fire.
That's on Monday.
Oh, okay, here call that one. The fun one.
Yeah,
which Monday that the day?
That's the 5th.
Oh, the 5th.
Because it's the Malcolm Nicholas Cup.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
It was once called the Kaufman Cup.
Right.
Then it's the Malcolm Nicholas Cup, but it's generally the fire display.
Right.
So with that now, we normally have a contingent from either Munster or St. Kitts that will come and compete against us. That's not happening this year because of some late planning.
Okay.
So what we have now is the All Saints, Johnson's Point, St. John's and Coolidge Fire Station.
Wait. What interrupting Woodley? I have water with you there someday. I get that. The fire truck in the water. So
the drills that we're doing, right? They are water friendly.
Oh, okay, water friendly.
Water friendly. So it's not too much of the water shooting. It's to show that the persons who are doing the drills, right, are competent and have the kind of speed.
Okay.
So where's station minimum?
Yeah, versus minimal. You just need to get to the end of that hose before the water come and then big.
Because sometimes we see the bottom man never have so it's
something I always wanted to do, but I mean I'm more investigative than fire. So so but that's on the Monday. Right, so we coming right down, we concluding on the Saturday.
That's a cricket match.
That's the
finals.
Yeah, that's a cricket match. Yes, then we will have the full boat shoot. Right, that will be at Crabs shoot. So that's the several quick shooting clubs. The first Antigua shooting club, the Police shooting club, the ABF shooting team.
Shoot clubs in Antigua.
A couple shooting team.
Yeah.
And the man of shoot like the man of the Bangal post, but the most but actually no.
Before time, my dad they had this agricultural shooting team.
Wait. Who that is?
Carlton Samuel.
You see, well, Jonas, yeah. I'm proud of that. I'm joking.
Yeah, he lost son.
Let's say I'm proud of Danny.
Yeah. You see the name I call Quilly Bailey or something?
Yeah. My name is Samuel very well, man.
Yeah, man, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Maybe the last one.
Okay.
So,
I said agriculture, I'm going to look. I'm an agriculture man. My father's agriculture man too.
But there you go. But the shooting team once upon a time that was very, very good.
Okay.
So now it's the football competition. We have Pastor Daniel. He has his team with the first Antigua Rifles Club, I think. But several shooting clubs they will be competing. There's a lot of food, a lot of drinks, a lot of prizes, etc.
You're not shooting?
Not the big boy.
Got a lot of food business you want to run, don't believe it.
The big boy shooting is for the criminal, the top shots. These people, they will shoot.
Well, part is the Story Winters, is it then a Story Winter?
But there you go.
Ivan comes and so them.
You call the name of them, man. Yeah,
I know them guys.
Yeah. So these guys will
the Tommy Green, so that boy
So these guys are the guys that will shoot for, down range for the miles. I'm more small, I'm a short out person. Right, so that will be on Saturday. And then in the evening, we have the variety show and drama.
Okay.
Right, that's something that you don't really want to miss. The drama, the play this year was written by Mr. Owen Jackson. And it's entitled School Calling. It touches so many different elements within our society. Peer pressure, depression, things that a child would have been going through, quietly. Things that children generally have issues with, that we adults sometimes don't know or oversee.
Right.
So it's a well-written play, if I do say so myself.
He's been doing well now. He's been writing plays for a long time. Pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, in addition, Mr. Van Waters, God bless his soul, he used to also write for the police too. But Owen Jackson has been with us for a while. And this I believe that this play, it's very fitting. We have things like an increased suicidal and attempted suicidal rate and all these things, etc. So you go into the minds of people and see what could be going through their minds, and as how we can use that show, the presentation, and better ourselves as to how we deal with certain things, with peer pressure and people. So it's a good play, meaning the drama and all these things, but the message itself is carried out. So that's something you don't want to miss at all.
I like what you said, and I was just going to a while ago, after hearing you talking about it, you said that's play you have is so timely for what's going on in our society right now.
Yeah.
So really hope that ABS come and carry it live and stuff like that. Not only that, it does too for the other police investigators on your side.
Yep.
We take part, listen to show, not only listen keenly.
Yes.
And make notes and stuff like that, and know what to
look for
and stuff. So it's like come to them and that.
ABS carrying it?
I believe
what,
I mean, you can...
Wait, what my friend Chinese?
Nichols.
Oh!
But that's play, it's really nice.
I really encourage a lot of people to come out for so many reasons.
Right.
Not only to give support to the police, but to also take something from
it. Yeah,
that's
true.
Right? There's a lot you can get from that play. I went to a full rehearsal, but from what I've seen so far, the message and what you can take from that play, it can assist a lot of people in dealing with real life situations.
And that's true.
So for only $20.
Right.
And take a
When I get for that, only $20.
Let me take $20.
Yeah, I said that one time.
So we have $20 first, then you have $20 Calypso dollars, after then you have $20 drama dollars.
Wait, I like that. $20 Queen dollars, why not $20 King dollars?
No, Calypso.
Oh,
the Calypso main influence.
Yeah,
Say Monarch kind of stuff.
Monarch, yeah.
Okay, alright, okay.
So then, and to conclude Police Week on the Sunday, there will be the beach bash which will be on the Fries Beach.
Beach bash.
Yeah.
Was that?
Everybody, you come.
No, you have music there too?
Music from every angle, from every source, iron band.
About $20.
So wait.
That's free.
I want to get something clear. Iron band, wait. Where don't fries, the iron band up and down and people jump behind them, jump up.
Maybe if you want.
No, so me come.
And walk with them, or pattern or spoon or something for coming. The people that spoke and jump down music just now. You contribute to that. Right. But the beach bash is an open thing. It's more a family oriented affair. Right? A family setting, a picnic setting. Bring what you want. A lot of food will be down there from the different houses, etc. Just to conclude the week of activities.
The food will say, a few drinks and sale.
$20.
No, that's not $20. Just come.
So free food?
Yeah, you just enjoy everything. Then we'll have some beach games, tug of war, volleyball, and all these things. It's just
tug of war not take place supposedly?
Yeah, but tug of war and sand and tug of war can go as a two different something.
Okay.
Right? I remember one time we had a tug of war competition down at Fort James. Fort James was? I think so. And the sand. And boy, let me tell you. What we needed. That it was Blaze House against Books House. And the tension between the we just pulled till the rope bust. You understand? And
so larger.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I was saying, with the cricket team, we have a point to prove. Right? We want to win. We want to be the best police house that they have. So
well, like we can't sort of games if the technical man available now. The house matches cricket.
No problem. Well, I'm sure.
If you have time, depends on how you conflict with our shows here.
I hope you don't conflict with the shows because I mean, based from the following, and by the way, the commissioner sent me a message. He's watching.
Okay.
He's telling everybody hello. Right. There's no issue with you coming and following and bringing these things like also. I mean, who follow ABS may not follow. You know, you guys.
I mean, you can be on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, CTU Channel 8.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
So I do encourage you, you can provide additional media coverage for the things that you're having. It's most welcome.
I agree. You know, more publicity the better. Yeah. But then the Chinese got you on police stuff. Well, I Chinese part of the
He used to sing Calypso too.
Sing? When did he sing?
He sang Calypso. He I think the most he got was most improved in one year.
Wait, that's not bad to it, like a good
in fact, his Calypso name was #1 Chinese.
No, that's right.
Yeah, Baxley, you just sing Calypso Police.
Okay, you don't tell me sing Calypso and all that.
Yeah, that was his name, #1 Chinese. He used to sing Calypso too much. I mean,
so wait. Is your father in the singing okay and writing the songs?
No, man. He was his own song. The 2 years he entered.
Yeah, but the song was so bad, you're not going to wait. So you need to write some songs.
No, he decided to shift and pay more attention to track and field than Calypso.
Okay.
So he paid attention to what he's good in. But yeah, he used to sing Calypso too much.
Wait. When you say he's good, you know what I mean?
Track and field running.
What you mean waste? Yes. You tell me it's good.
You got egg.
Not win, but the representation is made and made well.
Okay.
So
I hope he's watching. Okay.
I do hope so too. And yeah, that may defend you well.
But I tell you what, he was one of these when we started this thing. Our network here.
That's good.
He was a key man behind it.
That's good. I'm
telling you the truth. That's the truth.
It's awesome. I like this setup. I was told about the show. Derek told me about the show, and then when I started to follow, I mean, there's a lot of information being disseminated here, and I'm so happy that I have the link now, so that I can follow it and share it to other people, because there's a lot of people who are interested with sports and progression and general things that affect our society on a daily basis. And networks like these and conversations like these, I think people need to have and hear and to be a part of and to interact with. So
at Parish Network is a community stuff.
Yes.
Our network is a community. So it's Parish Cricket, community cricket. This idea behind this thing.
That's the question. Now you say Parish League. The new field start to use again?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, that used to be a very good cricket field.
Oh, yeah, we know what you feel cricket field.
We just ask you where you feel at too.
New field where you come from?
Are you from?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, my father's a Samuel from Swiss, but my mother's a Nicholas from Newfield.
Okay. So Nicholas is your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nicholas Sean,
the Nicholas guy that was at Piccadilly, agriculture guy.
Nicholas from Piccadilly.
That's
my uncle.
Okay,
that's my mother's brother.
He used to be father of Newfield.
Yeah.
So Don Nicholas is your family?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Nicholas, the one you talk about, he used to play with Vivi Richards at grammar school too.
Okay.
Right. So yeah.
So quickly blood man.
Let me tell you, when I'm speaking on a pint of facts.
I like that, pint of facts. I love that.
I'm not missing. So I'm Nicholas from Newfield, and my father's a Samuel from Sweets. So
and you have Nicholas from Cedar Grove too.
Well, all them from Sweets and Cedar Grove, the same thing.
Nicholas old road too now.
Well, let me give the one very quick story. very quickly. From what I'm understanding, the Nicholas family originated from Jamaica, so I'm told, donkey years ago. And it's about 5 of them. And one set is in Cedar Grove. That's Alex, Nicholas and them, right? And you have a set from Old Road. So like you have Mr. Isaac, the ex-police, his wife Monica, right? Stingray and so, right? That's set from Old Road. Then you have this set with my grandfather. And you have Sean and so.
The Wilkie one.
Right. So Melford Nicholas' father, Sean Nicholas' father, and my grandfather was.
Okay.
Right. Then the Teixeira set, and then the other set. Then you have some who actually went to Dominica. So you have a set of Nicholas in Dominica who are related to them in Antigua. Okay. So it's a and I learn all this in the family view.
You're going to say that your family tree well.
No, you have to, because I mean, the one of the things I want to do for day, nobody related to me. he real bad to you, see a nice, beautiful young lady for friend, hey, watch it.
Hey, cousin.
The Samuel family also, that's a very, very big family, right? From Sweets, etc., all over. You know what I mean? And then stem after the Martin section and so on. So
the one that Sweets end up in English with the Samuel, that's my body.
Yes. Albert. So,
body,
so if you're in Albert, so you have a Raymond Samuel set, and then a Hezekiah Samuel, right? And never Bob Samuel. These are 3 brothers. So they set from Hezekiah, that's Charles Samuel, Albert, and right, and then my father come from the Raymond Samuel side. So right, so I like the guy from in Revenue, Leslie Samuel. That's my brother.
Okay.
That's my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my buddy.
So small world, small family. So I come from 2 very big families, but originally I'm from Newfield. So this is why I have some interest in the Newfield field.
So maybe we need to go organize Newfield cricket.
I mean, I know there was something in the pipeline for it. I see some work was done on it, and I was very pleased. I don't know who it was.
But it's a one-man show.
I can recall. I mean, that field, some good cricket was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the days, and I really don't know why a field with that kind of history just fall off.
It needs some like police support and coordination and planning.
Yeah, it's more than policeman. I mean,
no. What you saying? The kind of system they have. So people go and get things going and prepare pitch and have the support.
I think the last thing I saw that the field was being fenced.
Yeah, it's fenced.
Right?
It's fenced.
Right. But to bring it up to standard.
Before the COVID, it was up to standard. I went there, they prepare pitch and all that.
Yeah?
Yeah. But after COVID, it slide, you know what I mean? But it was up to standard.
I recall too much history from Newfield cricket field for the field to be, left alone away. Even I mean, with all due respect.
Who the guys you know to play cricket in Newfield?
No, I used to follow police cricket team.
No, I time for your young days in
No,
Newfield.
but that's what I'm saying. When I used to go up there, let's say in my days, Kessyun.
I don't give a joke what he cuss you get one quick. I was driving up Vivian Street yesterday and he saw me stop. He said, Tony, you're better than you, what's better than you? Right? And a gallery. So I don't cuss you, but it's in Calipso too.
Right.
Yeah.
My name Paget, Philip. And all these guys.
Paget and Samuel.
No, Philip.
They wanted to say he's such a good batsman. What they call it? What nickname they call him?
I can't remember. But
Red Paget.
Yeah.
Or the way they say is bad good.
Yes, in here.
Newfield, that's not really good cricketers. Right? And even now, I mean, we have some guys like
Ulysses Lawrence, but no,
there you go. So I
was a Brown used to be a big wicketkeeper. Former accountant general.
It's my like.
And they boys will open bat with him for Charlie.
Well, there you go. But I find that, I mean, even on a historical point of view, ARG, I'm happy to see that they're doing some work on that field. But
what kind of work?
You know, breaking down the stand and building over the double deck and all these things.
How do they do it for real?
But my issue is, right, I'm more into history.
Yeah.
Too much cricket history is at ARG for it to be a football field.
You know, I was starting right track, you know why? Barbados, and the Wales being very boss, I'm not ashamed to say so.
Yeah.
Can't play against them. And I saw a clip with the girl, the fast ball that did the commentary for this series. And they have a museum in Barbados in Kensington. Oh well. I want to start on TV. I said Barbados have a museum. How come Antigua has much richer history than them? And they have a museum in ARG.
If you go up, walk up the step by which part, what do you call them, the Andy Roberts thing, and look at that board, the amount of history.
Never been there.
Right? Almost supersede the amount of history at large cricket ground.
Some say that's because our museum there have stuff people pay to come inside and stuff like that.
That board alone, people pay money to just stand up and
right.
And believe it or not, it was at the Calypso finals. Somebody drew my attention to the board and I stood up.
Yeah, everything in there. Everything in the board.
Right, yeah?
Right.
Everything in the board. Seriously.
Yeah. That's a lot of cricketing history. That takes place right at ARG. And look at the stuff.
I want to stomp you out like Mr. Keep.
Yeah.
I went to Australia. And we end up Bradman Cricket Museum, and it's cricket field and museum.
Yeah.
Bradman. And when I said that, I said, how can I not, the villagers that are villagers, that kind of stuff. So we're going to see everything. But where can't you go with the ideal place?
It is.
I agree with you totally.
I have no issue with the Vivian Stadium. I like the stadium. A lot of work is being placed in the stadium, and I love it. And I like the idea behind it. But the thing is, there's too much cricket history. For us to just.
Now that someone's to score walk up and they should go up there.
Exactly.
And play 5 years or 10 years and go in there.
Not only 2 years now.
Yeah, but no.
It's a big tour in Australia. About 4 buses they went there now. Buses went to the Badman place now.
When I was stationed at the Heritage Key police post donkey years ago, and tours come off the board, they want to see which part Vivi has just played. Right? And when you go carry them up,
that play, that one down.
I know what I mean. But I tell you, it's a big tour in Australia.
That big story.
So that, you see now, I like how you touched that, but it's tie back into our car. We were finished through our technical show some time ago. But that tie back into our about history and pride and stuff.
Exactly.
Today and stuff like that.
Precisely.
We make too much thing.
Let me ask you a question. How many of our Antiguan cricketers would have gone into ARG and read the same board that I read? It's a mistake, right? I went in there and it's just a mistake. It's a clip show. I was on somebody say read this and I stood up. And it took me 2 performances, right? GB and somebody else. And I missed these 2 performances just to read all the things that took place.
Yeah, that board.
How many of our cricketers know that board is in existence? And how many of them?
Especially young ones.
Precisely.
Especially young ones.
So when I see what police goes with all these young cricketers, one of these days from future, carry them to ARG and let them read it. I hope they don't take it down. And if they take it down, I mean, put it somewhere.
For this and 400 this and that.
Take the information and put something too much.
in the Antiques Museum and all that stuff. Lamp should be in the village for especially back to the
of course.
That's what a lot of money and the clock at the gate could pay back for maintenance and stuff like that.
I'll tell you, the amount of tourists when I was working at Heritage League, the amount of tourists that come off boats that just want to know where's ARG.
The one of people to know.
Yeah.
And Chicky and Gravy, so all the names of the truck, them guys and
so my school sent
Exactly.
So school sent you.
Right.
You got on the board.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing is, where is that history kept really? As a person who follows sports in Antigua, where can I go and reference these things? There's no place. I mean, besides that board that I found by mistake, I mean, where does somebody go as a follower of cricketer, follower of cricket, to find this information and follow this information? Well, in regards to getting back this sense of pride, where should I go to start? Right?
You see that come back now, I always say no, and I love sports. Sports is my pet beef. These guys, they say they be sports minister and stuff. These are the things that they put look and start on and stuff like that. But they don't understand being a sports minister is just not just carry the name.
No.
You have to get involved.
You must.
And make sure create certain things.
This is just
create a legacy.
Of course.
Yeah, I just say leave a legacy so when somebody comes they can pick up the mantle and carry it on.
Yeah, I think, I mean, with all due respect to ministers of sports and all these things, I mean, not the one that we have now, but I mean, they have not been doing.
They are there.
So the one presently, the one before all them is waste of time. And I'm sharing this as well.
They need to do more. And the thing is, sometimes these ministers, they take the footing from the people that are around them. And some of them may not be into sports
Exactly.
So the connection that we may have to sports, they may not have.
But I say to you, so you got your technician around you.
But this is just
you can utilize the people around you. I can be a leader now, but the people around you, use those people, and then you know we still get the name.
Yep, Daddy asked me when you walk up steeple, catch your foot on strong steel. Right?
So any great leader take people with them.
With them, that's true. But this sports thing, it really bothered me. I mean, and not only...
You saw into a sportsman?
No, me tell you what I mean. Listen up. But not only in cricket, football too. I mean, our football product, it can be a lot better than what it is. I believe that, yes, we have produced some good footballs. I like the leagues, I like the different competitions. I understand that COVID would have, But, come on, man. Football itself, it needs some kind of
impetus.
Yeah, I don't see enough happening.
Football play all year round now.
No, but what I'm saying, although you play all year round, it is not given the kind of attention that it needs. And even our footballers today, they're not like footballers before. I mean,
and the man said they better now?
No, you look past some old football name like Zazawak and people and so on. You know what I mean? And the legacy they would have made, the happers and all these things, etc. Football and not football now. Before time when
and they bring you prawns, what you mean?
Come on, man, there's something.
Where come on? Pay man and bring them here, so.
No, these things don't better a team. What my thing is bringing somebody into a country to play for a team for a game, that they make the game better. What can the country produce to send out? Right? I mean, how come nobody take a foul footballers and carry them back?
I don't know, some organs play Trinidad and so.
No, but
well, nothing wrong with bringing the program. My problem is that if you're bringing a player and you play this player, right, you call him in the team, but also you have to tell that player that his job is to nurture these guys to bring up to his level, up surpass his level.
Exactly.
I'm paying you.
Yeah, there's
but they won't just come and make money and then they don't my club.
But
so that's what the club need to look
at.
I
agree, they bring some guys that never up to the standard here.
So, look, I've seen some games where we bring in people at time and think, oh, white guy, I'm bringing time. I can't remember. And I know people in school, he can't do better than him.
Right.
You understand?
He's better than.
But as I say, name brand, you know what I mean? And for some strange reason, we as Antiguan people gravitate to things that really are not our own. And we just want to know that, okay, I'll bring he from Trinidad, I'll bring he from England. Hey, Trinidad, he come from now.
Right.
We have Antiguan people can play better than them.
Right.
Far, far better than them. You know what I mean? And then you look at the football facilities that we have. Where is the football history in Antigua recorded? How can I... These are the things that make sports, right? And not just come in and playing a game, know what our forefathers would have done, how they get there. right? And what can we do to take what they did forward?
Right.
And
wait, one thing of you go there, because you said something earlier, a long time ago. Who want to listen to you?
Well, you see,
And you say no.
they used to have
the
this,
thing them no.
they used to have this barbershop on Carnally, this man named Ben Up.
Better.
As a young man, my pastime was to go at that barbershop and just listen to them old man talk and play worry. And the amount of wisdom I leave that barbershop every day.
But the person on Temple Street?
Yes, Temple Street.
Temple Street. Oh, good in barbershop.
Okay.
Them man, and Ben Up does always say, the best ideas come from the shop, but nobody wants to hear them. And it's so true. If you sit down and listen to the philosophy that these men have, and if you could put them philosophy in Parliament, you understand? I think it would be a very good place. But I mean, nobody wants to listen.
Wait. I want to say something about man I say. I don't want to say who say.
Well, there you go.
A party.
But
Party don't say that, you know what I mean?
But as sports is concerned, I think Antigua have the ability to do a lot better. I believe the Caribbean have the ability to do a lot better. There's some factors like politics, election, opportunity, and all these things that's really plaguing sports generally. Pride. I believe that well, money is a factor, yes, but it's a factor that I believe is significant, right? Insignificant, sorry, as opposed to the sport itself. So it's well and good to compare yourself to international athletes and the kind of money that they're making. Yes, that's good. But you're a better cricketer, you're a better footballer, you're a better striker, right? What have Antigua been doing in regards to sports generally? We've seen so many new sports disciplines being introduced. I mean, what are we doing? Where have people been representing us in these platforms to introduce some of these disciplines here? Like you see, like handball right now, big thing. Right. I see we used to some like we call rounders.
Okay.
Right, but that's a big thing right now. Right. Why can't we start a league here and send overseas to compete? So many different things. Fencing is a thing that I see coming on right now. I mean, within the schools and the cadets and so on. Sports need work.
And you talk about fencing. We have a couple weeks ago. We have some people from fencing. Here talking about fencing.
There you go. I mean, it's not something that I follow because it's not something I grew up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But there's a lot that can be done. Even golf. Right. Sports generally in our country has a lot of potential. But the thing is, the people who are pushing it forward need to first check the history, right? Get the sense of pride that our West Indies cricket team had back then, and push our product forward.
Not only that, I live my life by always listen to the message and not the messenger.
There you go.
Kind of message is what important, not the messenger.
Exactly.
And in Antigua, it's according to, as I alluded to, and I'll say it, I'm from Antigua.
Yes.
According to who is sending the message, you listen to it.
Exactly.
But the key is for life. Always the message and the focus of the messenger.
That's
and once you do that, you reach anywhere in life.
That's true.
And here in Antigua, we just need to learn to respect each other.
And that's it.
And you don't have to like want to leave the room. But when in the room, we supposed to have one mind focus.
Yep.
Stick it to professional. This is what we're going to do and leave it like that. When you go outside the room, you don't have to talk to them, it's all right. But at the end of the day, we must have the same goal and the same mindset so we can achieve that. And make Antigua be the best in sports. Because we have natural ability in Antigua. Football, cricket, netball. I don't believe. Or patters, but netball. And we have natural talent.
I don't believe Antigua is in a position where they need to import nobody.
Right.
I believe that we have enough persons here that can play better than anybody within the Caribbean region. So sometimes when I see different teams and leagues in our country importing people to play for games, I don't think it's necessary. That's just me. Because I believe we have sufficient people here who are interested and have the ability to actually play. I understand teams want to win, and some persons who sponsor may get a push knowing that, okay, somebody from Trinidad play with them or something, but that doesn't really mean by having a Trinidadian or our Vincent for the team, mean the team better, right? What I think our country needs to focus on is the quality of what we do. The quality of our cricket, the quality of our football, the quality of the netball, the quality of everything. You talk about netball just now, I can't tell that I see a good netball game.
Right.
Can't tell. Really, I mean, I was actually trying to follow because I really don't understand it. My sisters play it, right? And I was trying to catch on exactly how the sport is actually played, what you're all about. But I can't. And then when I started to gravitate towards it, for some strange reason, netball has fallen off.
Well, I'm not talking about going on presently. I don't think we finished yet. With a young netball who's pretty good that died. So that every year honor her. Oh. So this I took it in the community. So they're playing some games at the at Potter's playing field. Okay. And also the national team who's preparing for a tournament in Jamaica is up there presently coaching. Oh. And sad to say they put an English coach, which I don't mind. Because she will share some experience and stuff, and we need that.
Well, that's going to contribute.
And sure enough, the English coach will be here next week.
There you go.
On October next week, talk about netball and her what she doing now here to help netball.
But even volleyball, I mean, we had a real good volleyball team at one time, and this guy Sherrod, James, and these guys. I mean, what become of that?
But what playing I won the championship
I'm so far.
About a month ago.
I
was following volleyball up to that point.
Right.
And then there was a break off somewhere. Right. But I really wasn't cognizant that we actually, started.
I don't know, shut up. I want to say something to you. No, laugh out at me, man. You know too much sports, you know. You may have come on a network more after host one show. Wait, host one show too.
A host?
Yes.
Well, I really don't think, but the host, I mean, once you two guys are here, I'll come.
Let's say something. Our network have opportunity to have the host show. I mean, you know too much sports and everything.
No, it's not.
I like this discussion. I like the energy.
Once you're Antiguan, right, you concentrate on anything Antigua-centric. Right? Whether it's culture, whether it's sports, I mean, that's Antiguanism.
Right.
And you want to push your Antiguanness in such a way.
True.
Forward. And
so why can't host on the show and do that?
But I really do appreciate the invitation to come on the show. I really do like the conversation that we have, and it's good to see that I'm around like-minded people.
Right.
I mean, we need to really take this information and whisper to the ears of people who can really make change and push our sports forward in a positive way.
That's true.
I mean, a lot of us believe that we're doing well, but when you really sit down and
analyze,
you're really not doing anything.
That's true. I'm with you 100%.
You're not doing nothing at all. So that's just my opinion, from a spectator's chair.
Right.
I mean,
well, good to have they come from village, nobody can find the village.
No, I mean, coming from Newfield has its own benefits. As you say,
I'm seeing the man now.
Well, there you go. I most certainly will. Newfield is so quiet, right? 6 o'clock in Newfield, I could stay from my house and hear the ball bounce by the basketball court. Quiet.
Yeah,
I like that.
That thing was Seaton the Williams. And now Newfield. Quiet village. I tell you what, if you see Newfield like Seaton's, if you don't go Newfield, if you don't settle to go Newfield, you don't go.
Well, there you go.
You pass.
There's some things that you live in you can't take away from.
You have to go there to go there.
Yeah, man. Wake up in the morning, smell and distant cold kill and something. You feel good. Country lifestyle. Get up and walk, cackle and all this stuff. The people in the things you used to have to get up and walk, cackle and carry them to they have roadhouse now.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the plan. We had to take cows there and they drink and then tie them back and then I still reach school.
Yeah, I've got school as well.
Before people who live in town.
Yeah. I've got to feed because I got up early morning and you put your foot on a cattle chain and there's some rock on your foot and pull him out. Now cattle is the trouble when rain come. After rain come, that's how I get trouble.
Yeah,
pull your castle chain out and stuff. Yeah, pull your castle chain stuff. See, you're countryman then.
By the way, countryman.
You get that.
Of course. Anybody get it and you get pulling on Warwi tree. Warwi tree that was that.
No, 20-foot mouse, the Warwi tree. I was playing war in the ground. They go and play.
I don't mind the worry, but the train them.
Yeah. They're plenty for themselves.
That's really.
Yeah, man. They get plenty.
Yeah, them like I know. But country living good, man.
Right. Well, just say the party words.
Yes. So, on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, I really want to extend appreciation for the invite. I hope this won't be the last that I'll be coming on any show.
No. Trust me, I'll be back. Okay, you too good not to come back.
Oh, that's cool, man. I'm not sure, man.
You're doing good.
Thank you very much. And I want to invite once again the general public to participate in all the activities for the Police Week. We are having our 54th year of celebration and the team overcoming the challenges together. And it's the first official Police Week since COVID. And we're out of the band, we're out in our numbers, and we want everybody to come and enjoy everything.
I was set you right. When Blazers get the blow, you have to come and defend yourself.
I hear you. Commissioner in the Blazers too.
Let them see get.
We want to have a more neutral role now.
You sit back in your house, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, after all, you put it on yellow.
You sit back in your house.
Right, so everything, I mean, all the sports, all the activities, all the outreaches, and I mean, every now and again, I'll just come in and sensitize us to where we're going. But things have started. We had a whole hike this morning, and that went well. It's a pity I didn't get to go, man. Tell you, I had everything set, but yeah, period.
You could wake up?
No, period.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah, man.
And I say Wednesday is the
cuff thing, the fireman thing.
Fireman, so.
When you have something Wednesday, netball or something.
Oh, yes. That's at YMCA.
That's what I'm thinking. That's
right.
the focus in.
Right.
Okay, I want to get the Samuel guy to come cover it for you.
Very well. So I'll take your number. I have his now, and I will communicate with
They'll get my number, man. You can get my number.
No problem. I will get it.
You get my number. So I want to see if we can come and carry the netball.
I always see your one, but I never knew you were into sports.
That's true? Where is it?
I'm banker.
He's playing the combine school in Parish League.
Okay.
You stuff and so.
Go to the man. Is there somebody who's telling me about you? I'm this guy Kenneth Matthew.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to play cricket for I think combine school too, etc. But
Kenneth Matthew is at he didn't play combine school.
Kenneth Matthew. He used to he's a cricketer.
Kenneth.
Kenneth Matthew. He and his brother Nigel Matthew. They were playing back in the days when you used to have like Brian's House and all these things, and then they started to play for parishes, etc.
Okay,
but they weren't as established as other persons.
Okay.
But they were good.
Well, it's great to have you.
Real nice.
Our technician man.
A singer.
So what happened? Show now ends 11:30, so we're going to cover Cricket Live, but we're not doing Cricket Live.
Sorry for this, though.
No, we don't have Cricket Live on Saturdays anymore.
Okay, no problem.
Cricket.
But it's a pleasure being here. I mean, any opportunity to get to come out and push forward the police force, and even to share some ideas among some distinguished group like you guys. It's always good to sit and have a decent discourse with people who are like-minded, and in any way where we can better our Antiguan product. That's where we
Well, let me say something to you quickly. We have shows on Monday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday. We're going to introduce one Friday soon and one Sunday soon. Well, that's why I say, if you come a co-host, that's good.
Well, you see, now I'm happy that you do that. The different entities of the police, we can come and all these discussions and things. So,
all right.
Good to go. Well, gentlemen, it's been real, and I really appreciate this opportunity. And on behalf of the commissioner, I really want to say thank you, and hope this will be the commencement of something wonderful.
No problem. Nice to have you, man.
Nice to be in here.
Thanks for being sportsman.